It's very seldom when you go to a big show that you actually sign a job. It's a long, drawn-out process to actually get the secured contract. They don't happen overnight.
There isn't a huge amount of onus on making sales at boat shows. It's more a case of being seen to support New Zealand industry as a presence in, say, Monaco, and at the same time providing a location at which prospective owners or suppliers can come along and have a chat.
If you've got a new product that you think you can export, you really have to sit down and talk to New Zealand Marine Export. Our product initially was a commercial fishing product. METS is in the commercial fishing show. It's the largest marine equipment trade show in the world. We do go to those shows, but in terms of meeting people, networking, it's key.
Initially we walk the shows just to see what they're like. That's been hard work, but yeah, initially walk the shows and then just have a plan of attack about how you want to take it from there.
And there's some shows that we'll be doing over the next few years. We're putting the effort into building our reputation and having that reputation recognised by our potential customers.
For companies sort of trying to grow or incubate into an export-led business, I mean, you have the ability to walk shows.
And I think to go there alone without working with New Zealand Marine and the other members is 100 times tougher than actually doing it collectively.
You know, your customers come from brokers, designers, project managers, and it's all about networking and putting yourself in front of those people.
We have very strong relationships with a lot of the designers, with the boatyards. It's very much more about business to business as opposed to presenting at boat shows.
By being closely associated with those designers and engine suppliers and electronic suppliers, propulsion suppliers, that means that every single customer that comes along has got a contact somewhere. If we went and just had a stall or stand at a show, then we'll get customers that will go and look at that boat and this boat and our boat and the next boat. But by having a network where everybody's talking about my company and saying these guys can do this for you, those are referrals that money can't buy.
So you share your product, what you're trying to do with other members that are at the show. You do that with the New Zealand Marine Export Group. The first year, go there and walk it. We went to METS in 2006. We had one distributor globally. Now we've got 30.
Once is not enough. You've got to commit to the long-term plan of doing it. If you get a sale out of your first year, I'd say you're pretty damn lucky.
In Monaco over the last couple of years, we've actually hosted breakfasts with a view to presenting to an audience, and the audience has run up to about 80 people of boatyards, designers, international media and prospective owners, and we've got an opportunity over 45 minutes to tell people about what's happening in our business.
We're looking for new contacts in terms of networking as well at a show. In Sydney, we went to one last year and made some very, very good contacts and got some really good leads off it.
Before you go to these shows, you need to do your homework. You need to work out who's going to be there. You tee up your meetings. My schedule's booked 2 months before the show. It's extremely intense, but you could just go there and walk around aimlessly and look at all the new products. But you need to plan, even as a walker. These businesses are there for a reason. Most of them have already teed up meetings, so to walk up to a stand and start talking to them, you're actually talking to the sales rep on the floor. You want to talk to the management, and you want to give them a taste of your product before you get there.
Once you've walked through the shows enough, you'll sit back and say, well, we know the style of the shows, we know now what we have to do, and then do it.
Certainly the challenge is to ensure you follow up every opportunity, every lead that you might have got out of the boat show on a timely basis.
Goes back to the database, goes back to focusing on what you've got there and how you can tap into keeping them informed of what you're doing.
Often they have a multitude of questions, so we'll research some of that stuff and come back to them with answers. It's starting dialogue, and it probably is as simple as picking up the phone.
You've got to be careful you don't inundate them with information. It's a very gently as she goes process.